Please pay homage to the Buddha. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa.
Now we have this question. I have this experience for Anapana Sati as well as white kasina. The nimitta for Anapana as well as white kasina is only faintly bright. Not very bright, faintly bright. I felt as if it is a black but a little bright glass. And in this situation, if it is not affected by external light, it becomes clearer. What is the reason? Is it because concentration is not deep enough or some other reason?
There are two possibilities. One is concentration is not yet deep enough. Another is one or two or many of hindrances are occasionally visited to meditator's mind. At the day, preceding concentration and succeeding concentration are not so strong enough because they are not continuous. Between two concentrations there are many or maybe some hindrances are visiting. Because of this reason, concentration is not yet deep enough. When concentration is not yet deep enough, then there may be nimitta is not translucent and bright.
Should a meditator always adjust themselves, the 5 faculties and 7 enlightenment factors, or should they let the meditation teachers guide them on the balancing?
If a meditator understands how he or she should guard his faculties and how he should try to make balance the 7 enlightenment factors, Bhujangas, then by he himself or by herself do it is better. But if the meditator does not understand clearly at the day only, he or she should discuss with teacher. It is better. Talkative mind is very dangerous. While practicing samatha or while practicing vipassana, if you are talking a lot, this is natural law. Your concentration and your wisdom faculty will decrease. This is natural. So, discussing with teacher also one type of talking. If you had already understood, it is not necessary to discuss with teacher, but please try to understand by yourself or by yourself.
Now, this question, how to focus on the nimitta? Some enter into the light and let the light wrap around them. Some follow the light to the space. Some enter into the light a little. Some just touch on the nimitta surface. Which is correct?
There are different types of nimitta. One practicing different samatha meditation. If you are practicing anapana meditation, most important rule is Phutta Phutta Gasepana Sadain Tapidawa Bhavinda Seva Bhavana Sampichati. In every case, you must obey this rule. What is the meaning? On the touching point. If you focus on the breath or nimitta at that only, anapanasati samadhi can be successful. This is very important. If you move from the touching point to anywhere, your concentration will decrease and you cannot attain jhana. But while practicing kasina, you may focus after expanding kasina circle, you may focus one area. For example, 2 or 3 feet far away from your face. On that area, 1 feet diameter circle or 2 feet diameter circle, according to your own fixed idea. While focusing on that circle, you can focus on that circle. Don't move your mind to anywhere. Don't follow to anywhere from that area. If you are moving along the light, then your concentration also will decrease. So you should not move from your fixed point while practicing kasina. But while practicing metta, this is another way. If you had already attained jhana, taking 1 person or 2 person, etc., as metta meditation object. And if you can focus on that meditation object and can attain up to 5 jhana, second jhana, and third jhana, then if you want to move another meditative object, it is possible. This is another way. So, depending on meditation subject, you must obey that meditation subject's rules mentioned in the especially Visuddhimagga, etc.
Okay, now we come to 32 parts. When certain yogi discern 32 parts of body, those bodily parts become reflection of light. How to overcome it?
Please discern 32 parts one by one very, very quickly. When you see 32 parts clearly at the time, this problem will disappear. But internally is not okay, then you can change externally, no problem. When the light of wisdom is very, very bright at the time, please change to discern external. After discerning external 32 parts clearly, then you can go back to discern 32 parts of your own body internally. If you move your attention both internally and externally, slowly this problem will disappear. But the light of wisdom is if you can use in the right way, then it is also useful.
Next question. To discern external 32 parts of body, do yogis need to have the ability to discern unseen beings such as Peta and Deva? What if they can't see, even their 4th jhana is very bright?
It is depends on the power of your wisdom faculty. Usually, Savaka disciples, they can discern external 32 parts partially only, not carefully, not in detail every body and all over the world. If you can discern every body 32 births of 32 births and all over the world, at that time you may be able to discern Vedas and Devas also, but they may have some of 32 births are not present because of their karma. Maybe this is the best. Every fourth jhana cannot see. This is not the domain of only just fourth jhana. Some objects are the domain of the psychic power, divine eye, psychic power. So if you want to see in detail, then you should also practice divine eye, psychic power. This is necessary. But one discerning 32 births, if you can discern partially, internally and externally, it is also enough. Because disciples are not necessary to contemplate in detail every kalapa and all over the world or in many uncountable world cycles. They can discern only partially. For example, within this two-seater 1 and 2 compound, if you pay attention all trees and earth, how many kalapas are there? Can you calculate? Yes, partially only. Savakas can discern partially. This is the domain of the Buddha. Buddha within maybe 100 koti, 100,000 koti world cycles. He can discern all materiality without exception. There was no kalapa which he did not yet contemplate as nature, dukkha, and anatta. So this is Buddha's domain. Savakas can discern only partially, ekadesa.
Next, when yogi discern other bodily parts, which at the moment are not present, such as pus, sweat, they need to recall what was in the past. So can the yogi discern external object by recalling?
Usually we suggest such yogis. For example, if you squeeze your nose, you can see some white color is coming out. This is also one type of pus. Sweat is maybe for two-seater, not so difficult, I think. Is it difficult? Every day a lot of sweat. No, daytime very easy. If morning is not easy, you can sit daytime. You can easily see sweats. Is it true? No, a lot of sweats here. Not so difficult. But in cold weather like Himalaya, maybe a little bit difficult. So when it is present, you can try. But if it is not yet present, then you can jump, no much problem. Because while practicing samatha or vipassana, these 32 births are wider way only. Buddha occasionally teaches 4 elements meditation in brief way in Mahasriprana Sutta. While practicing brief way of 4 elements meditation, at that time it is not necessary to discern 32 births in detail. 32 births are nothing but one part of body door only. Many meditators have a lot of attachment to the body door. Because of this reason, Buddha also occasionally divides body door as 32 parts of body. So if they saw 32 parts of body, not as a man or not as a woman, only just 32 parts, at that time, attachment to that body become less or maybe absent temporarily. So if they repeat again and again, the attachment may disappear for some time. For some time means as long as you are not yet become Arhat, this attachment may come back again. Maybe one day. One day he discussed with Venerable Radhabala. When you are young, you are still young. Although you are still young and beautiful and with black color hairs, you can ordain and you can stay in Buddha's dispensation for a long time. What is the reason? Venerable Radhabala explained many ways. Among those many ways, one way is Buddha's disciples always contemplate the duties of body both internally and externally, and they pay attention as a repulsiveness intention. If they had already seen the repulsiveness intention, they have repulsed mind these 32 parts of body both internally and externally. Because of this reason, they can stay in Buddha's dispensation and practice meditation for a long time. In this way, he explained. And then that guy is his good friend, schoolmate as a young, while they are studying. So that guy openly told Pandey, I also practice 32 parts of body as a repulsive asubha. But actually when I am going into palace and when I saw many beautiful girls other than all became subha. No asubha. In this way he says, so because of this reason, occasionally.
When a yogi discerns skeleton of external living person, it is neither an excess nor absorption concentration. What concentration should that be? Why discern a dead person? We can achieve excess concentration. Slowly, one by one. Okay? What concentration should that be? If when the yogi discern the skeleton of external living person.
Do you eat chicken? Do you eat chicken? Do you eat pork? Do you eat? Have you repulsed mind or not? This is problem. If you can bite chicken bone, if you can bite pork bone, have you repulsed mind or not? While eating. Yes, this is problem. Because of this reason, many meditators, according to ancient commentary, while practicing not only skeleton meditation but 32 parts of body as a repulsive, internally they have repulsed mind enough for the attainment of jhana, first jhana. But while practicing is again asubha or repulsiveness, intention, meditation, again external, 32 parts or 1 part of external. Other than repulsiveness is not so strong enough for the attainment of jhana. Why not so strong enough? They have not so repulsiveness because they can eat chicken, they can eat pork, they can eat fish because they have no repulsive mind. They can bite chicken bone, they have no repulsive mind. Because of this reason, external things repulsiveness is not so strong enough for the attainment of jhana. Then, what is such type of concentration? According to Asian commentary, it is not excess concentration or jhana concentration. While focusing one or all part of external 32 parts. Then, which type of concentration possibility is preliminary concentration or preparatory concentration? Parigama samadhi only. However, in this case, Mula Diga, the original Diga of Abhidhamma, Venerable Ananda, he explained, if a meditator can pay attention external 32 parts as a dead body's 32 parts, external skeleton as a dead body's skeleton. At the time, if he pay attention as a repulsiveness intention, then he may attain up to excess concentration. This is Venerable Ananda, who is the author of Mula Diga, original Diga's view. So, repulsiveness intention is not so strong enough for the attainment of jhana when practicing skeleton meditation as a repulsiveness, taking external skeleton as meditation object. Okay?
Why discern a dead person? We can achieve excess concentration.
Because repulsiveness intention is strong enough for the attainment of excess concentration, according to Mula Diga Venerable Ananda's Mula Diga teacher Venerable Ananda's view. Repulsiveness intention is enough for the attainment of excess concentration. But actual dead body skeleton, taking that dead body skeleton, if you can practice repulsiveness intention meditation, you can attain Fajjana. This is mentioned in Mahasri Prana Sutta as well as occasionally in some suttas by the Buddha. So, dead corpse is the object of Fajjana. But that corpse must be same sex. If a meditator, one part or the whole body of that body, that corpse, if he pay attention, if she pay attention as a repulsiveness, asubha, then he can attain jhana. But in this case, the skeleton is not actual dead body skeleton. Meditator create only as if dead body skeleton only. Because of this reason, he cannot attain jhana. But if he actually can pay attention as a dead body skeleton, then at that time only he may attain up to excess concentration.
Then the next part of the question, do yogis need to differentiate the differences? How? Do yogis need to differentiate, make a difference? See what is the difference? Excess, not excess.
Yeah, is that the excess jhana or is that jhana itself? No need, or they have to?
Maybe for yogi not necessary. Excess concentration and jhana concentration is completely different. Completely different means jhana absorption concentration stage. Jhana my moment can arise uncountable times. But in excess concentration stage, jhana mental process, in each jhana mental process, jhanas are not more than 7 times. This is different. But object may be Patibhaga Nimitta, maybe only.
For beginner, do they need to see until that detail? For beginner?
Not necessary, not too much differentiate. If they know this is excess concentration, this is jhana concentration, what is the difference? What is the result? So, but according to Visuddhimagga or Asian commentary, only just preliminary concentration. Preliminary concentration and excess concentration, they are in each mental process only 7 jhanas. Maybe this mental process repeat again. It is possible. But between two processes, there may be many bhujangas. But in absorption concentration stage, there are, if it is actually full absorption, jhana jhanas can arise more than 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or maybe 1 hour, etc. At that time, jhana jhanas are uncountable. Successfully, they are rising in variation. But when practicing samatha, it is not necessary to differentiate. But when discerning mentality, at that time, if they want to discern mentality in different way, it is possible. In preliminary concentration stage, there are mind-mental process which is taking skeleton as a reversiveness. At that time, in each jhana also associates with 5 jhana petals. Again, according to Mula Digha, if a meditator can pay attention to external skeleton as a dead body skeleton, then he may attain access up to excess concentration stage. At that time also, mind-mental process. In each mind-mental process, there are 7 jhanas. In each jhana also associated with 5 jhana petals. But at the preliminary concentration stage, excess concentration, 5 jhana petals are 6 severe jhana petals, kamavachara jhana petals, not 5 material jhana petals, rupavachara jhana petals. But at the full absorption stage, at the time, each full absorption jhana also associate with 5 jhana petals. These 5 jhana petals are not sense-sphere jhana petals, they are 5 material rupavachara jhana petals only. So this is the difference only.
Sadhu. And that is one yogi, when he discerns the 32 part inside, internally, he can only see black and white, no other color. So for this yogi, how to overcome this?
Maybe if that meditator cannot discern 32 parts of body, then he should change externally. But if his maybe Anapana jhana or 4 elements meditation excess concentration is deep enough and produce strong powerful light. With the assistance of that light of wisdom, he can see externally also. But at the beginning, what? External 32 parts must be present in front of that meditator. It is better. By imagination is not good. Very far away also not so good. One discerning external 32 parts, they may be successful. At the time, they should repeat again and again discerning 32 parts of body externally. When it becomes skillful, and then go back to internally, it is also possible. Another problem is their jhana is actually, according to their report, is maybe fourth jhana, actually not fourth jhana. If it is not actually not fourth jhana, then their light of wisdom is not enough to illuminate these 32 parts of body.
So what I mean is, when he see 32 parts, say for heart supposed to be red color, but he see only black and white. It's black color or white color only. Not the entire 32 become black and white. It's the part only black. These
Maybe
two color only.
At that time only they should also discern quickly. If it is not possible, they should change Israel. It is better. But when discerning 32 parts of body, original color is important. If they see only black and white, this is maybe not okay for him. So better way is they should change the object Israel. If it is not possible, then they should not learn this meditation, because their jhana may be not true jhana. Or maybe possibility is they should go back to Pajana, and then from Pajana they should transcend 32 parts. If it is not okay, they should go to second jhana. After second jhana, then they should also descend 32 parts of body. Then if it is not okay, they should go up to that jhana. After entering into that jhana, at that time the light of wisdom is okay, at that time they should descend 32 parts of body. What is the reason? For some meditators, their fourth jhana is very strong and powerful. And then the light of wisdom also very bright. When the light of wisdom is very, very bright, at that time also 32 parts are like that, not so clear. Because when you are trying to, at that time the light is very strong, the image will be not so much clear. If light is also not enough, the image will be not so clear. In the same way only. So at that time, if you teach in different ways, it is impossible for him. Then change another meditation subject, it is better. Maybe, for example, 4 elements meditation only brief way, not in a wider way.
Sayadaw, this yogi, when even in his dream, all the object is also appear in black and white. When in his dream, the yogi also only can see black and white, the object, not other color. Why is that so, Sayadaw?
If it is not to teach this meditation, maybe please change other meditation subject. If it is not okay, only just teach 4 elements meditation in brief way only. But maybe externally may change. For example, with open eye, if they be addition red flower, that red flower also not red, black and white. This is his karma. We cannot do anything. If you want to teach that meditator continue, then please teach maybe taking external white object, white kasina. Then taking external black color as object, then black kasina. It is better.
Sayadaw, when I was in Burma, I heard from one teacher. He said that he teach a student. That student do white kasina, and later when he emerged from jhana, he just walk. Whatever thing he see become white. Is that correct? Is it that this thing ever happened?
This is if this object is very strong and firm, stable. It is possible. While walking also, if they continue to practice white kasina, walking meditation, it is also possible.
Now we have this question. Of completing samatha meditation training, is it experiencing samatha vipassana? No, completing samatha vipassana course. Is it experiencing samatha vipassana or attaining samatha vipassana? That means experience jhana and attaining jhana. Well, I also don't understand. I just translate. Is it okay? Experience jhana and attaining jhana. Is there any difference? I translate accordingly. It's not my job.
Maybe personal experience, okay, not others' experience. There are two types of experience, meditator's own experience and others' experience. If meditator's own experience, attaining jhana experience is same.
Now we have this question. Of completing samatha meditation training, is it experiencing samatha vipassana? No, completing samatha vipassana course. Is it experiencing samatha vipassana or attaining samatha vipassana? That means experience jhana and attaining jhana. Well, I also don't understand. I just translate. Is it okay? Experience jhana and attaining jhana. Is there any difference? I translate accordingly. It's not my job.
Maybe personal experience, okay, not others' experience. There are two types of experience, meditator's own experience and others' experience. If meditator's own experience, attaining jhana experience is same.
这个问题是完成止观的修学课程是体验止观还是证得止观？比如说体验禅那和证得禅那。那禅师回答说，有两种经验，一种是自己的经验，一种是别人的体验，一种是自己的体验。如果是自己的呢，那体验禅那和证得禅那是一样的。OK。After attaining jhana, until the last moment, is it the jhana will never fall away? Is that jhana will not fall away? After attaining jhana, until the last moment, the jhana will not fall away. Will not fall down.
What do you mean last moment? Do you want to say goodbye? Not true. Venerable Devadatta. After ordination together with Venerable Ananda, Venerable Anuruddha, Venerable Bhaddiya, etc., Venerable Ubali. They practice diligently and then Venerable Devadatta attained 8 attainments and 5 mundane sight powers within one rains retreat. But one day, maybe have you already understood? You had already understood. One day he want to become Buddha. Because of this reason, when he want to do Sakkesana and Sangha, when this idea appear, his jhana disappear. This jhana never come back up to that moment. So Putu jhana is not pump. There is no life insurance. No insurance, no guarantee. Anything can fall down. Because of this reason, somebody else while playing in the sky, sometimes they fall down to the ground because the jhana go away. But noble ones jhana never fall down. They can maintain their jhana if they want up to near that moment. But if they don't want, they cannot and re-establish the jhana again. If they want, they can re-establish the jhana. What is the reason? When they began Sotapanna, for example, once Satrim and Dara, their Satrim and Dara path destroying the delusion which covered the Four Noble Truths. Among Four Noble Truths, the Noble Truth of suffering also include. What is the Noble Truth of suffering? 5 clinging aggregates. Among 5 clinging aggregates, jhana dhammas also include. If he had already attained jhana, then delusion to cover this jhana concentration also disappear, because his path knowledge destroy the delusion which covered not to see the Four Noble Truths. But some Sotapannas, they don't want to go to Brahmawa directly. What is the reason? What is the reason? They don't want to depart to each other. They don't want to say goodbye to each other. Because of this reason, like Kaisaka, now he had already begun Sotapanna. But he don't want to go to directly to Brahmawa. Maybe one day he will come back to human world, he ordained as a bhikkhu, etc. So this depends on their own desire. They can choose their future according to their wish. That is depending on ignorance, craving, and clinging. Their karma will produce future path aggregates. So because of this reason, some noble ones, if they want to be reborn in Brahmawa, they should maintain their jhana up to near that moment. At the day when their jhana mind becomes the death proximate jhana, then they will reborn in Brahmawa. If noble ones reborn in Brahmawa, they will never come back to human world or to Deva world. Within 7 lives, one day they will become Arhat in Brahmawa and they will enter final cessation. Their death of in Brahmawa will become final cessation, Arhat Pranirvana. Is it good? Is it good? President, is it good? You must say goodbye.
Before a person attain Maggaphala, how should one do in order in future life will not fall into woeful realms? What should Putujana what are the requirements needed by a Putujana to avoid falling into woeful realms without attaining Maggaphala? How not to fall into woeful realms?
Don't you want to say goodbye? They don't want to say goodbye. So they do not try to be noble one. There are 2 possibilities. One is jhana, one is vipassana insight. If they can maintain jhana up to near that moment, it is also sure they cannot fall down into one of awful states. Because they can maintain their jhana concentration up to near that moment, that proximate jhana mind moment. Jhana Jovana is Garuga Karma, heavy karma. Jhana karma is heavy karma. There are 4 types of karma. Asana karma, that proximate karma. Ajna karma, usual way of practicing karma. Kadanda karma, maybe occasionally they may accumulate one type of karma. And then Kruga karma, heavy karma. Among these 4 types, if there is no heavy karma at that time only, possibility is asana karma or ajna karma can produce this result. So if there is still heavy karma is number 1, which will produce future existence. There are 2 types of heavy karma, wholesome and unwholesome. Unwholesome karma, unwholesome heavy karma is killing mother, killing father, killing arhat, making bloodshedding the living Buddha, and then making sakizan and sangha. These 5 are very heavy karma in unwholesome group. They will produce its result in future existence. In wholesome heavy karma is jhana karmas. If they can maintain their jhana up to that moment, jhana karma will produce first its result in future. So if you want to be reborn in good place in future, please maintain your jhana up to that moment. This is one possibility. Another possibility is you should practice vipassana. If you had already discerned ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality both internally and externally, such type of knowledge is called defining mentality materiality knowledge, nama rupa prasita jnana. And then you should also try to understand by your own direct knowledge the dependent origination. This is picture brigha jnana, discerning cause and condition knowledge. If you have such type of knowledge, then that knowledge also can help you not to fall down in one of woeful state. You may have chance to be reborn in human world or one of Deva world. But better way is if you had already practiced vipassana up to Udyabhya jnana stage or Sankharupaka jnana stage. It is safe. You will never fall down into one of woeful state after that. You will reborn in one of Deva world or human world. But if you had already attained jhana, if you can maintain this jhana up to near that moment, then that jhana also can produce to be reborn in Brahma world. But if you have no jhana, no vipassana jnana, no vipassana insight, there is no guarantee. You may reborn in human world or Deva world if wholesome karma can produce new future existence. You may be also have chance to be reborn in one of woeful states because you have no guarantee.
When the Buddha was alive, the Buddha could prove, could testify the attainment of the disciples, whether they are Arya, whether they have attained or they have not attained. Now the Buddha is no more around. Who can prove, who can testify?
You should not try to get certificate. That certificate is useless. By yourself, you should try to understand whether this experience is true or not. It is better. Now present certificates are not safe. There may be many artificials. In this case, especially Buddha teaches in Sotapanti, Samyutta Nikaya, etc. 4 types of Dhammadasa. Dhammadasa means Dhamma mirror. What is Dhamma mirror? Buddhi avacha pasadena samanagato. You should have unshakable faith in Buddha. Dhammi avacha pasadena samanagato. You should have unshakable faith in Dhamma. Sanghe avacha pasadena samanagato. You should have unshakable faith in Sangha, noble Sangha. What is the meaning? If you had already penetrated Four Noble Truths by your own direct knowledge, not by hearsay, at the day you have enough faith in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, in the Sangha. Why? What is the meaning of Buddha? Most important brief meaning is Bhojadidi Buddha. Bhojadidi Chandari Ariya Sechani Padi Vajadidi Buddha. What is the meaning? Buddha, he himself had already penetrated the Four Noble Truths. At that time, if a meditator also had already penetrated the Four Noble Truths by his own or her own direct knowledge, at that time, such type of knowledge is associated with unshakable faith. Sada. Why? Buddha also had already penetrated Four Noble Truths. Because of this reason, he is called Buddha. Now, I also had already penetrated these Four Noble Truths, which Buddha already had penetrated by my own direct knowledge. So, there is actual Buddha who penetrates Four Noble Truths. So, such type of knowledge is associated with faith. That faith is called unshakable faith. Achala Saddha cannot be shaken by any other people. In the same way, I had already penetrated Four Noble Truths. There are also Sangha, noble Sanghas, which had already penetrated Four Noble Truths by their own direct knowledge. Because of penetration of Four Noble Truths, they became noble Sangha. So, if he had already penetrated Four Noble Truths, that knowledge is also associated with Saddha faith. That faith is unshakable. So, if you have such unshakable faith, then it is not necessary to search for certificate. Is it necessary? Not necessary. By your own self, you can decide. I had already penetrated Four Noble Truths. Then another one is Ariya Gandehi Silehi Samanagadohodi. Noble ones especially pay much respect to the 5 precepts. Whether you have 5 precepts, unshakable 5 precepts or not, you should try to check to yourself. If you never commit because of any reason, any of precept, you never break down. Then you can decide, I have 4 Dhammadasa, 4 types of mirror. 1. Unshakable faith in Buddha. Unshakable faith in the Dhamma. Dhamma means Four Noble Truths only. Then unshakable faith in Sangha. Sangha which penetrates Four Noble Truths only. And then Riya Kanta, 5 precepts. Many noble ones praise this 5 precepts and prefer this 5 precepts. I had already observed this 5 precepts. So if you have these 4 types of facts, then these 4 types of facts are called Dhammadasa. Dhammadasa means Dhamma mirror. You must stand up in front of that Dhamma mirror. You will see your face inside there. This is a certificate. By yourself you can decide.
Now this is a question. The pure Vipassana practitioner and those who practice systematically from Samatha to Vipassana, the insight knowledge that they experience and the path and fruition knowledge that they experience, could there be any difference? If there are differences, what are the differences?
No difference. No difference means they also pure vehicular Sutta Vipassana Yanika Bhasan also can become Arhat. They also penetrate Four Noble Truths. Samatha Yanika vehicular, Samatha Yanika meditator also can penetrate Four Noble Truths. They also become Arhat. Their Arahant path and fruition knowledge can destroy all defilements, or their 4-path knowledge can destroy defilements stage by stage. They are same. The only difference is Samatha Vihigala, they can contemplate jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha and anatta. But Vipassana Vihigala, they have no jhana, so they cannot contemplate jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha and anatta. This is only difference. Others are not much difference. There are also some arhats. But for practicing Vipassana, they want to become arhat very, very quickly, because before that they want to become arhat. So they do not practice jhana. They directly practice 4 elements meditation systematically, and they become arhat. After becoming arhat, they have many chances to stay in this world, because they have no time for final cessation. They are still alive. So at that time they also practice jhana. It is also possible. Very quickly they can attain jhana. Why? 5 hindrances they had, their arahant path already destroys 5 hindrances. So these 5 hindrances are the obstacle for attainment of jhana. So they have no obstacle for attainment of jhana. When they practice samatha, very quickly they get attain jhana. Then they want to enjoy jhana happiness in this very life. This is one reason. Another reason is, if their lifespan is still long before final cessation, parinibbana, sometimes they don't want to see perishing of Dhamma, because in Saddha Thana Kusala Sutta of Samyutta Nikaya, there Buddha explains the permanent dwelling of arhats, Saddha Vihara, permanent dwelling place. What is their permanent dwelling place? They always contemplate 5 aggregates, 12 aranas, dependent originations as nature, dukkha, and anatta. If they want to attain Arahant Purusha knowledge, at that time only they enter into Arahant Purusha knowledge. If they do not enter into Arahant Purusha knowledge, usually they always see the perishing of those formations. Every day and night except sleeping time, they always see this perishing. So they became bored. Because of this reason, they don't want to see this perishing. So, as if final cessation, they want to re-establish cessation attainment Nirodha Samapatti. If they want to attain Nirodha Samapatti cessation attainment, they must practice 8 jhanas. Based on jhana, they must practice vipassana systematically. At that time, they can attain cessation attainment. With such purpose also, they practice jhana again, after becoming arhat. Cessation attainment. Nirodha Samapatti means the cessation of Citta and Cetasika, mind and mental patterns, as well as the cessation of mind-born materialities. If there is no mind, Citta and Cetasika, there will be no mind-born materiality, Citta Rupa. Cessation of this mind and mind-born materiality is called Nirodha Samapatti, cessation attainment. At that time, there is no mind, they will know nothing. So they will not see perishing of formations for fixed time. How long? Maybe they may fix for 1 day, 2 days, or 7 days, etc. Within 7 days, there is no mind, so they will know no perishing of any formation.
What about some people attain jhana, because of the jhana, the magga, nama different, phala nama different. Need to explain?
Because the jhana, magga, and phala difference is dependent on jhana concentration. For example, while contemplating first jhana dhammas as anicca or dukkha or anatta, at that time, their vipassana insight becomes mature. At the end of mature vipassana insight, they begin Sotapanna. Their path and Sotapatti path and Purusha knowledge realize Nibbana. At that time, their path knowledge and Purusha knowledge associate with Pajjhana. There are 5 jhana bhadas. Again, while contemplating second jhana dhammas as anicca or dukkha or anatta, their vipassana insight becomes mature. At the end of mature vipassana insight, if they begin Sotapanna, their Sotapatti path knowledge and Purusha knowledge associates with second jhana. It will become second jhana. This is Supramanding jhana. Why? Their path knowledge will be associated 3 jhana bhadas: piti, sukha, and ekaggata. Again, while they are contemplating that jhana dhammas as anicca or dukkha or anatta, at that time, if they begin Sotapanna, when their vipassana insight becomes mature, then their Sodapatti but knowledge will associate that jhana with that jhana, because there are two jhana padas, sukha and ekaggata. Again, while contemplating both jhana dhammas as nature, dukkha and anatta, if they become sodapanna, because their vipassana insight becomes mature, other than their sodapatti but knowledge will associate with two jhana padas, which are upekkha ekaggata, which is the fourth jhana. So such type of difference is, there is such type of difference between samatha yanika and vipassana yanika, but not any other difference. Pure vehicular Soda Vipassana Yanika's Sodapatti but knowledge will be always Fajjana, because there is always Fajjana padas. Their but knowledge and fruition knowledge associate with Fajjana padas, Vidaka, Vichara, Vedi, Sukha, Ekaggata. But this jhana is supramundane jhana, not mundane jhana. Let us stop. Share Mary. Idame Bonya Aswakyam Waha Hodu Idame Bonya Nibbana Sa Pachayo Hodu Idame Bonya Sabha Sadhana Pajema Tesabe Mesama Bonya Bagam Labandu Sa